Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is your natural nail guru, Tati, and today we are going to be going over DIY gel manicures and how to get started. So maybe you are on a budget, maybe you are already a very crafty DIYer, or maybe you're just having a really hard time finding a good nail tech in your area. Regardless of the reason, more and more people every day are taking on the challenge of doing their own gel manicures at home. So I'm gonna help you out with that. We're gonna break all the steps down, and today we're gonna be going over what you need to get started. So if you're one of those people out there getting ready to take on this journey, you've come to the right place. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and get your notifications on so you don't miss any of the content, and I will help you rock your gel manicures. So gel manicures can totally be a little overwhelming. I was definitely at that place where I could not find a good nail tech. Every nail salon was just the same. I found no value in the service that I was being given. So I just decided to do my own nails, and gel was still really new. Popularity wise, I mean, it's been around for a long time, but it wasn't really something people knew a lot about. So it was a little intimidating, but I am a very crafty DIYer and I love getting creative and doing stuff and taking charge. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. And let me tell you that it really was not that difficult. It takes a lot of patience in the beginning, and just, you know, tenacity and going forward and continuing to do it. But you will be surprised how awesome you can do your own nails, and it's going to be great budgeting. You're making sure that you're taking care of your nails, no damage is getting onto them, and you know, you're showing off work that you did yourself. So it definitely has its rewards. Now, gel manicures definitely take a little bit more than just gel polish. The preparation of your nails for the polish is probably the most important step. We will get into details on that in a future video, but let's go over all the tools you're going to need to make sure that prep is on point. So first things first is you need a nail file. I like using a 100 and 180 grit file. It is great because the 100 side, which is the more coarse side, is what I would use to buff my polish to get it ready for soaking. And the 180 side is really great to do a good file. You can get these files anywhere, but I'll link below where I get my files. Next thing that you're definitely gonna need is a nail buffer. I love using these little mini individual nail buffers and get into those little edges and corners. The nail buffer is also a 100, 180. I'll double check that and put a little card right here on the screen if I'm wrong. Next thing that you're gonna need is a cuticle remover. I use CND Cuticle Away. It's awesome. I'll link below where you can get it. I've also done a review on Sally Hansen's cuticle remover, which is available through Walmart, and I'm sure many other resources online, but a cuticle remover is definitely essential. Next tools that you're gonna need are a cuticle pusher and a cuticle nipper. There's nothing fancy about these. You just need a good pusher that is not dull and good nippers that are also not dull, because it's gonna make the work a little bit harder. Wood sticks are totally useless for me. Getting yourself a stainless steel cuticle pusher is ideal, but you can also get these at pretty much any beauty supply store, and I think even Walmart. Now, gel polish does not air dry, so you will need an LED or UV lamp to cure the gel polish. I'll link below a couple different ones that I think are gonna be great. They're really low budget. You do not need anything expensive. I do recommend an LED versus a UV because it is gonna be much faster. Anything that's a 35-watt lamp or more is gonna be great. If you have a small curing lamp that's like 9 watts, 12 watts, you're gonna struggle with that, especially when it comes to very pigmented colors, neon colors, black, white, red. They might not cure as good. So definitely try to stay away from those. But check down below for any links. And again, any LED curing lamp that is 35 watts or more, regardless of the price, it's gonna help you out and get the job done. Now, the gel polish is gonna be fused onto your nail, so it's not gonna be that easy to remove it. It will require a little bit of patience and soaking with acetone. So a couple of things that you're gonna need for that step is cotton, any kind of cotton. Just cotton is gonna be really necessary. You also need pure acetone. Do not use polish remover. You need pure acetone. It's going to make a big difference in the soaking time. And you can use aluminum foil, but I love using these little clips. I'll link down below where you can get them. You can get them anywhere from Wish to Amazon to Walmart.com to eBay. You might find them as low as $4 or $5. You might have to pay up to $10, but whether they're cheap or expensive, they get the job done. These are great because it helps you flex your fingers and use your knuckles while you have them clipped on and they don't come off. Aluminum foil wraps around your finger and you start moving your finger and everything opens up. It can get a little messy, Plus, I feel like these are really great to keep the acetone on your nail and not saturating your entire finger. So clips are really great. Not necessary, but definitely convenient and a nice to have. So one other tool that is really nice to have, not necessarily need to have, because you could accomplish it other ways, but I would recommend having alcohol. I use 99% or 90% alcohol. You can use 60% alcohol, but gel, when it cures and you're finishing polishing, has like this really tacky, sticky layer after it's all done. So you use the alcohol to wipe that off. You can buy a cleanser, like this lovely gelish one. It smells lovely. You can buy a cleanser. You can use acetone, but you need alcohol, acetone, or a cleanser to be able to wipe that off. I like using alcohol. I've done reviews on what each one compared to the other is. So if you want to see more details and would like to know what is best, you can check out that video, but they kind of all work about the same, to be honest with you, and you do not need to spend money on a cleanser. Just get some alcohol, you'll be good to go. And then, of course, with your getting started, you're gonna need a gel base and top coat. I use gelish base and top coat. I'll link below where you can get it. I've done reviews on other products for their base coat, top coat, gel polishes, so definitely check those out. And I'll be doing a separate video on where to get polishes, what I recommend for getting started and for DIYers. And some discounts that are available to you guys if you get some products. So base coat and top coat are essentially, I use gelish. You need gel polish. I use a lot of different brands in the shop. This one's an OPI. And again, we'll do another video going over some details on the polishes that I recommend for DIYers to get started. One last tool, which is really, really great, but I would consider it a nice to have, not need to have. And that is a good cuticle oil. In the shop, I use Our Handmade Oil. It is absolutely amazing and essentially 100% active ingredient, no water. It's gonna help moisturize your skin, repair cracked skin, infected skin, and it's also going to nourish your nail and help with growth and strength. So if you want to check out a little video on some details on this, it'll be linked at the end. Definitely check it out. You do not need cuticle oil. It's nice to have it, and you don't even need mine, even though I promise it's probably the best one you'll ever use, and you could use it like anywhere on your skin. But any cuticle oil is definitely going to help just to nourish the cuticle area that we've been pushing at and nipping at and cleaning up to get polished. So cuticle oil is a very nice to have thing. So now we know what we need to get started. All of the links are down below. Make sure that you stay tuned and get your notifications on so that we go over actually doing it on yourself, which can be a little bit tricky, but with practice, you will be exceptional, I promise. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.